and welcome. Thanks for joining us. It's going to be a scorcher out there today. It's the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, just about set to go. And our pitcher in this game, Jameson Taillon.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand. And because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Up now for Milwaukee, Bryce Turang.
Milwaukee, the second baseman, Bryce Turang.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next one in the dirt. Got it. And that's the first out. Sal Freeland digs in now. One down, base is empty. On the ground to the left, and it's through for a hit.
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Next for the Brewers, William Contreras. Taillon with the move to first, and he's back in on a dive. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Strike in there. Throw to second, and he's safe. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Pitch misses, and now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Battling here as he fouls it away. Freeland over at second, 1 down.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering misses, and the count's full.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. The pitch. That one out to right. Tucker really on his horse for it. He's got it, and there's 2 down.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 12, Reese.
Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing. Otherwise, you'll be really frustrated after this one.
Runner at second, 2 down. This one smoked out to left. Drops into the glove, and that is that. Milwaukee leaves 1. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Wrigley Field and getting to start, Jose Quintana.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one, does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get one or two over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do, to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Well struck, right field. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Here's Kyle Tucker. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Man at second. On the ground, right side. It's through for a hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. The tag, and he's safe. And it's 1-0.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Seiya Suzuki now at the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a 1-2 again. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down.
He was all over that one. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
2 on, 1 out. And next for the Cubs, Dansby Swanson. Here's a high chopper. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching, but you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit. I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it falls. Throw home, not in time, the run scores. And they take a 2-run lead.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
First and second, 2 outs. Crow Armstrong will hit next. Next offering is fouled back. Two on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. It's the Cubs 2 and the Brewers nothing. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Top of the second. Now here is Christian Yelich. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning. The throw to second is offline. Singy, that was a laser shot, and a good thing we have StatCast to give us the details.
Yeah, get out of the way on that one. That ball flew out of the box at 112 miles per hour. You talk about generating a ton of power in that swing. He did it with quick hands, good lower half, and just unloaded on that ball.
Fouled off left side. Struck him out looking. Next for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
Up now for Milwaukee, Andrew Monasterio. Hard hit, knocks it down. The throw is still in time, and they do get the third out. The inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Cubs 2 and the Brewers nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the veteran catcher, Carson Kelly.
Kelly.
That's to third. Whips it across. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, Matt Shaw.
And up next for Chicago, Matt Shaw. 1 out, bases empty. Breaking ball misses down and away. A changeup missing, and the count is 3-1. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
This one smoked, could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
But when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
So the batting order turns over. Ian Happ up to hit. 1-1 now. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
1 and 2's the count.
Got him swinging.
The right fielder, number 30.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Kyle Tucker. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball.
Now this one gets through. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Just so sound in his mechanics. He hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And now here is Seiya Suzuki. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show.
In the background is a blank spot. Rolling dice and rescue concept.
Back here at the friendly confines. And now the center fielder, Isaac Collins.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And puts the squeeze on that one. One down.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Bryce.
This is Bryce Terang. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Out number 2.
Up next for Milwaukee, the right fielder,
Sal Frelick. Up now for the Brewers. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, this is the type of hitter you want up in this situation. Some sluggers coming up behind him. He's so good at moving runners, but also getting on base. See if he can be patient here.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. And that is that. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Michael Busch. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. That one missing inside. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Nick Mears appears to be getting loose. Koenig, a left-hander, also throwing. And it remains 2-2. And that's outside. Right side, hard hit. Fires over to Hoskins. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
The batter number 7, shortstop, Gansby.
Swanson digs in. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
The batter number 2,
Nico Horner will come up to hit. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. That one way inside. 2 out, space is empty.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And that one fouled off. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, Do you think of that as plus value? Fires over to Hoskins, and the Cubs go 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Start of the fourth, and now the catcher comes up to hit. William Contreras. That one is absolutely belted. Half going back, dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Next pitch inside, and it's 2-1. Fastball is outside. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Ryan Brazier up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Pomerantz, the lefty, warming up as well. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
First and second, no outs. Yelly stepping into the box now with the tying run at the plate. Top half of inning number 4. Liner, and this could be trouble. Coming home. 1 run's in. Tucker hustles to get it in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Ryan Brazier.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. Two runners in scoring position. Nobody out. Swing and a drive deep right field. Should be extra bases. 1 run's in. The second run scores. Relay to third. In there safely.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Next for the Brewers, Joseph Ortiz. The shortstop takes the ball. Chourio at third with nobody out. Next offering is down low. Andrew Monasterio in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So up next, Andrew Monasterio.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
In the dirt, gets away from Kelly. Runner stays put at third. And that's downstairs. Full count now. Isaac Collins in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Out to short. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Gets it there in time, though, and on the outer run scores.
Well, he knew at least he had a chance to knock it down, but he doesn't panic as this ball trickles away a little bit, stays under control, and that's what big leaguers do. Never push the panic button. He completes the play. Excellent job right there.
Two down, nobody on.
3-1.
Up the middle, Swanson on the run, throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom 4. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. That one pulled foul.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
The 1-2.
Ball.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Jose Quintana done for the day. Not his best performance, but he leaves with the lead. And we'll get a new arm into the game after this.
Now
Pitching change here, Abner Uribe.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Holding on to a 1-run lead. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Goes down looking.
The third baseman, number 6.
So digging in, Matt Shaw.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Uribe checks over to first, and he's back.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Chases that one out of the zone. 2 gone.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back-to-back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Stepping in, Ian Happ. 2-1 now. Tap foul at the plate.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Good job to fight that one off. Crow Armstrong off of first with 2 away. Here's the pitch. Runner goes down in the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, inning over. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. We played 4. It's the Brewers 4 and the Cubs 3.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Chicago
and there's a
Cubs.
new arm on the mound to start the
Number
5th. Drew
45.
Pomeranz.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit.
Pomeranz.
Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Bryce Terang
Leading off
getting
for
ready to
Milwaukee,
hit.
The second baseman, Bryce Terang.
And now it's even up.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
That hit him.
That hit him.
And the
Take your
leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Leading off for the Brewers,
Sal
the
Frelick
right fielder,
digs
number
in
10,
now.
Sal Frelick.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
First and second, no outs. Here's the catcher, William Contreras. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And 1 out now. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Rhys Hoskins.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Crushed, left center field. This one's deep, forget it. And they tack on 3. It's 7-3. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just...
Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Brad Keller.
40.
He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Keller.
Here comes Christian Yelich. No question about this one. It's out of here. They go back to back and they boost their lead. It's 8-3. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Base is empty, 1 away. Jackson Chourio now at the plate. Hard hit, right side. Steps on first for the out.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Joseph Ortiz.
Joseph Ortiz, the next to hit. And there's a foul ball. Two outs. Foul tip into the mid, struck him out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Jared Koenig.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Kyle Tucker getting ready to hit.
The right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That's down and in.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout.
Now
and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. So now here's the DH, Seiya Suzuki. And there's a ball. And that one pulled foul. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Michael.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Busch. That's off the mark. And that's ball 2. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2-2
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone.
There's a swing and a drive. And it one-hops the wall. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. Outside low, and the count is 2-2. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And they'll do it again. Hit hard on the ground is short. Fires over to Hoskins, and Swanson is set down. That ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left. 5 innings complete. It's the Brewers 8 and the Cubs 3. All set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, Andrew Monasterio. And that's in the dirt.
Well, these Brewers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. This one could be trouble. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Isaac Collins up now for the Brewers. Man at second. And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. Hard on the ground to first. Bush steps on the bag. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
The batter, the second baseman, Bryce Turang.
Bryce Turang up now for the Brewers.
Fly ball to the outfield for a sac fly. Soft ground ball to the right side. Find a hole. He can attack this a few ways, but the one thing he can't do is strike out.
On the ground. Horner. Throw to first in time.
Well, there it is, a little old school manufacturing of a run after that double. Ground out to get him over and another ground out to get him in. Nice job to get that RBI.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Sal Frelick. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Two down, nobody on. That one missed.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Two outs. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. Ground ball up the middle. Horner over to first. That ends the frame. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Brewers 9 and the Cubs 3.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now
Brewers.
for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Nick Mears.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Leading off, for the
Here's
Cubs,
Nico Horner.
the second baseman, Nico Horner.
Ball.
Mears, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 3.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control and command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
That one fouled off. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, his stuff is just too good to fail. And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they had.
Now this one's stroked to right center, and that should be extra bases. Into second easily with a leadoff double. So up next, Pete Crow Armstrong.
That's a ball.
In the dirt, blocked. Horner up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
The count 2-1 and a foul ball. Horner, the lone runner, stands at third with nobody out. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the run from third to trim the lead. It's an RBI single. It's now 9-4. So a man at
Now
first.
catcher,
And here's the catcher, Carson Kelly.
Kelly.
In the dirt, but kept close. Runner at first with no outs here. Check swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. Didn't go. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter.
The
Man, you got to
baseman,
challenge the
number
guy with
6,
the fastball.
Matt
Next to hit, Matt Shaw. First and second here, no outs. Check swing, and he went 1-2.
1-2 is the count.
Next offering is outside. He goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm
The
sure
left
that's going
fielder,
to sit on
number
him for a
8,
little while.
Ian.
You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And Ian swings through it.
It might be time to choke
balls,
up a
2
little
strikes.
bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Get out of town. And they get a few back. It's 9-7. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Nick Mears won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
Trevor
Milwaukee.
McGill on to try and close
Number
it out.
29.
I think closer has to be one of the
Trevor
toughest jobs in
McGill.
baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Kyle Tucker, the next Cub to hit. One down, base is empty. And it's strike 2.
1-2 is the count. No, that's down. Ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Still only one out here in the inning. Swings through it for the K. Cubbies with only one out left.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
This could end it. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
Popped up. Terang makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers slug their way to a win in this one.
But we saw both teams come ready to swing it in this one, and they found a lot of success. A couple of touchdowns up on the board today. Pretty amazing, and it turned out to be a close one considering all the runs put up. Really wild.